Hello, friends. This is Marshall Razan 2 Cent coming at you again with two fabulous fragrances I'll be speaking about today. Now, these fragrances that I'll be talking about are patchouli based. So, if you're a patchouli lover, you like patchouli, or you're curious about patchouli, then hold on to your seats. But before I get into this review, I'd like to ask you to click like and subscribe to the channel down below as I strive to bring you more creative content about these fabulous fragrances out here impacting our daily lives. As you know, this channel for you individuals who physically can't put their nose to a fragrance but like to have an idea or a good description about what these fragrances actually smell like. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hello friends, so the fragrance I'm excited to present to you today, first is from the house of Reminiscence, Patchouli Elixir. Get a closer view of that. And also we have from the house of Molinard Patchouli. And I really like the presentation on both of these bottles. Just to show you the Reminiscence bottle here. I really like the curve on the bottle, and I like the color of the juice itself. I think that's pretty cool with the brownness. But it just tells you what type of fragrance this actually is. Now this fragrance here was released in 2015. It was released after, I guess, the original patchouli fragrance that they had, but this is called Patchouli Elixir. You know anything about elixir? The definition means like magical portion. In my opinion, I think it's pretty magical, you know, when it comes to patchouli itself. So this fragrance here is very simple in its notes, but we only have patchouli, sandalwood, and cedarwood. So the first sprints of this fragrance, when you spray it on, you get patchouli, 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 and more patchouli. Honestly, so and I like to say with the woody composition of the cedarwood and the sandalwood, I like to say that the cedarwood, you know, it can be sometimes griping, sharp as a fragrance, have a little sting to it, while the sandalwood has more of a smoothness, creaminess added to the fragrance or to the smell itself. So with these two together, I think they are more so the both of both worlds when it comes to the woods, and also with the patchouli in the mix. So and in the patchouli in there, which is the amber floral fragrance, it happens to squeeze out a sort of gourmetish, chocolatey type of vibe going on from the patchouli itself. And as you know, patchouli can get in that direction, and it does that in this fragrance. Not so much heavily as that, but it does give a sort of a chocolatey type of sensation or gourmetish type of vibe with this fragrance here. So I like to say that if you can enjoy something in that sense, I think this fragrance might suit you very well. So definitely you can just put your nose to it and see if it's something that you can wear for, can do something for you. Now the performance for this fragrance is moderate, or I should say it's good. 6 to 8 hours easily with this fragrance. If you go too much with the trigger, it could be nuclear. I can say that much. Now the projection on it is also good, also, or moderate more so to say. So you know, with this you do get a nice scent bubble around you with this fragrance here. But you don't need too much with this fragrance. 3 to 4 sprays with this fragrance suits you perfectly well. So and the sea lodge on here is also good. Also, the central that you will leave behind, which it does linger. A little bit more so to say, it lingers pretty good. So that's what I was saying. You don't really need much when you spray this fragrance on. Now this fragrance here is probably not going to be a fragrance that you walk into the crowd and everyone loves this fragrance or is a crowd pleaser. You don't wear this fragrance to go pleasing someone with this fragrance. This fragrance here is for the individual that's individualistic, free-spirited, who's wearing this fragrance because they enjoy wearing this fragrance, not because they're looking for someone or seeking validation about how the fragrance actually smells on them. So this fragrance might even suit a fragrance connoisseur because it's just the type of fragrance that it is. It's more of a love or hate type of fragrance, if you ask me. Now, the individual that's to be wearing this fragrance is probably more likely a mature individual, someone who's not gonna say up in age, but more so an older lady or gentleman, such as myself. I'm in my 30s, and I enjoy wearing this fragrance. But someone probably had like a old soul more so to say, uh, could enjoy wearing this fragrance. Now, this fragrance also, I have wore this fragrance this around the house, going to bed sometimes, and this fragrance is to me is like a warm, cozy type of fragrance that the appeal that it gives off. So with your significant under, chilling on the sofa, watching TV, doing something, someone's right up under your wing. This fragrance is they probably would enjoy wearing this fragrance. But again, like I say, it is a love and hate type of fragrance. But when the dry down this fragrance, when you get that gourmetish type of vibe from this fragrance, is very nice. I really do enjoy it. You get that ambery or the amber type of vibe from this fragrance. So, yeah, that's Patchouli Elixir from the house of Reminiscence. So the second fragrance I'm presenting to you today is from the house of Molinard Patchouli. I really like the presentation on this bottle also. I like the purple tint. I think it's pretty cool how they got it. But this fragrance was also released in 2015. It is a woody Chypre classification of a fragrance, which kind of, I think it's in the family of like citrus kind of openings. So with that said, this fragrance here I think is a good fragrance for an individual who likes to explore patchouli for the first time, like to know what patchouli can actually do for them, or curious about patchouli and what it smells like on their skin. I think this fragrance would do that job very well. With that said, in the top notes of this fragrance, you do get the geranium, you get neroli, and you also get orange. Now, when you first spray this fragrance on, you do get the citrus blast, and you do get a bit of green or freshness. I think that's a lot from the geranium, and I get a slight peppery in the top notes. It's not long. Maybe that's from the geranium itself or something in a sense, but I do pick that up a little bit. But the citrus vibe, which you get from the opening, that was actually giving that freshness when you open it up. It was really different from some patchouli scents out there. And then when it transitions to the hard notes, which is patchouli itself, at about that time, patchouli does start to become a prominent role player in this fragrance, as it is named patchouli. And you start to get more patchouli starts to pick up. And then when it gets into the dry down, we get vanilla, sandalwood, and also we get the musk. And so when the dry down, you get this slight sweetness with the creaminess of the vanilla and the sandalwood, with a little woody composition, not much, and with a little slight bit of musk. But the patchouli is, as the fragrance is named, the patchouli is the star player in this fragrance. You will get the patchouli a lot as the fragrance starts to progress, and as in the fragrance duration of it. So overall, what you're getting is a citrus with patchouli, and then the other tones of the sweetness and a slight woody and musk composition. But I do enjoy wearing this fragrance also. I think it's a very easy patchouli fragrance to wear, definitely for the cooler months coming up. You can spray this on and pretty much enjoy a patchouli fragrance. Now, the performance on this fragrance itself definitely is good. It's 6 to 8 hours easily with this fragrance, and also the projection is moderate. It's not a large scent bubble you don't get with this particular fragrance itself. And this sea large is also moderate. Doesn't really leave a long-lasting scent trail behind you, but this fragrance also is when someone gets within your close proximity, they can enjoy this fragrance here. It is a warm, cozy type of fragrance, of course, with the patchouli kind of giving off a ambery type of vibe with this fragrance here. So, but that warm and coziness fragrance is also give a calming, relaxing, chill type of vibe with this fragrance as well. I guess that's what patchouli actually does. It's kind of like a aromatherapy almost, in a sense. How it just gives that calming. A person is most like grounded, attached to nature, in the sense that likes nature, likes being out Seeing the wind blowing in the trees, being around lakes, hiking, and things of that nature. It's kind of patchouli kind of put you in that mindset of. But one can definitely enjoy this fragrance here. Now, who will be wearing this fragrance also? This fragrance is definitely someone's probably wearing this fragrance who's mature also, as I spoke about the last fragrance. Mature man and woman, both fragrances are unisex. Um, so, and then, like I said before, this fragrance here also won't be a crowd pleaser in the sense that you wearing this fragrance to get compliments. You're wearing this fragrance because you enjoy wearing this fragrance. You enjoy wearing this fragrance because you like the notes that's in it, and you want to be acquainted with them and be accompanied by these notes, and more so the patchouli. So that's what I have for the House of Molinard Patchouli. Yeah, outro. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the review much as I did. So this is a recap of what we spoke about today. The two fragrances. The first fragrance is from the House of Reminiscence, Patchouli Elixir, and then also we have from the House of Molinard Patchouli. These are two patchouli-based fragrances. Now, where I purchased these fragrances from is both of them. I purchased them from Fragrance X. I paid roughly $50 for from the House of Molinard Patchouli, and I paid around $75 for the Patchouli Elixir from the House of Reminiscence. But definitely you can probably find them somewhere cheaper, discounted distributors for a reasonable price. But as always, look for authentic products and in the best price possible. Now, I also wrote a blog on these two fragrances. You can find that blog or the written content at www.zayan2cent.com. I will definitely leave a description of that to that link in the bottom, at the bottom in the description. Also, if you like this shirt that I'm wearing today, love to be loved. Well, who doesn't love to be loved? I know I do. Definitely good to love yourself too. And when you love yourself, you can love others, right? Exactly. So, but if you like this shirt and you like to purchase this shirt, I will actually leave a link in the description also where you can purchase this shirt for you and loved ones, or who else you think you might want to share this wonderful saying with. But there you have it. It's Marshall with Zayan 2 Cent. I hope you enjoyed the review. Until next time, peace.